Welcome back. We've talked quite a bit in our subscription about goals. And today we're going to solidify what it means to set goals and how do you set up goals that bring you aliveness and how do you avoid goals that drain your energy. And as we wrap up this video, starting next week, we're going to go into projects and that's going to flow right in there. All right, so Um, Giselle, have you ever had a goal that you set up for yourself and every morning that was the first thing on your mind? You jump up, you're like, okay, this is it. I'm gonna work towards my goal. I'm gonna do everything that I need to do, and then you even try to squeeze in there uh, the time that you don't even have. It's like, okay, well, it's 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes.
Yes, of course, I had some goals like that. Not always, because we have different type of goals.
Hmm?
But yes, if I really have a goal and I have a especially deadline, that really works. Yes. And it's easier. When you have a goal, you know what to do to get there.
Hmm. Yeah, so I'm basically looking for an example is I had a goal of helping Dan with his book.
Okay.
So we knew that we had part one and I wanted to be get it done by a specific date. And the coolest thing was I was so excited about his project. One, it was bringing us both a lot of excitement and aliveness. It was bringing in his mom as well with some of her stories, some of the people that he worked with. His daughter was getting into this, and it was one exciting project that we had a goal of completing the first part of the book by a specific date. And I remember that anytime we knew, so we broke it down into tasks. We're going to go over tasks after the project, but we broke it down into manageable tasks. For instance, it was one story per week or every 2 days in our case. And the second one was to complete a chapter within those 2 weeks because the stories were in a way providing the content for the inside of the chapter. And I just remember that anytime any one of us brought up the book, everybody got excited. I was like, oh, is it time to work on the book? We didn't need to be reminded. The calendar was there, but we didn't have to work like, oh, not on the book again. And we completed the book even faster, the first portion of the book. Now, the second part of it was to send it over for people's feedback. It's not yet in the editing stage, it's on the feedback so that the second part of the book has a specific flow. So it's part one and part two. That was an exciting goal. That was bringing everybody excitement. Dan, myself, his daughter, his mom, some of the friends that he has, people that he worked with. It was one goal was actually creating a community. So it's project. Underneath the project, there's a goal, and within that goal, we created a lot of aliveness and, in a way, a little bit of a team.
Hmm.
And so that's one way to set up goals. And that goal, when you set it up, it speaks to you. Like, am I the right goal for you? Does the book need to be done? Yes. But could it be that all of us are not the right team? So if the energy was draining for us, it could be that one of the people on the team doesn't fit the goal. It could be the deadline is too quick or too far away. That's the other thing about goals is when you start breaking it down into manageable, measurable tasks, you'll start noticing if the goal is too far away, you're likely to procrastinate. Well, I got 6 more months. Never mind that you have to write 700 pages in 6 months, but it feels like you have so much time. So then you take those 700, you break it down into 100 pages per month, for instance, a little bit more than that. So that's what I was looking for, kind of, what is it that you've ever done or set yourself as a goal for you, or maybe with your team at Mary Kay, where everybody was turning into a team becoming alive with it.
Oh, Mary Kay. Okay. That's really like I said before, usually what we set up that's good. First goal was to get the car from the company.
Okay,
How
that's cool.
Yes, what I have to do, that's my goal, because that time a company is offering the red car. Because before it was just white. I was the first consultant who got that red car. It was like, bright red car, like
Wow.
your nails. How I set up the goal, first of all, that was more production goal. So how much I have to sell and how many kids, how many consultants should be in my team. And then after that, you decided how much you have to sell, how much you have to order, and you will divide like, okay, I had like 6 months to reach that goal. And then I have to share with my team, say, hey, if we will do that, it will be nice. So we have car, we can go drive together, and it will be labeled as America, because that is very good motivation for bringing new consultant, first client and then consultant. But along that, I just reached another my goal to become as a director.
Hmm.
So for the director is little different setup. It's not only production, because the car is production, even not for how many consultant you have, but how many people in your team, but for the how much you sell. But again, if you have 10 consultants, it's easy to sell more, or like faster you can sell. But if you less people, is you have to work harder for that. So then I just put it together. I said, okay, it was interesting to talk to my consultant. And I say, hey, let's do it together, because then we can have our separate office. We can do whatever we want. So nobody tell us what to do. That's my actual goal. Nobody will bossing me around. And it really motivate my team. I say, I need your help. If each of you will bring at least 2 or 3 consultants, so then we will reach 24 consultant in our. It should be only 24 consultant in my team to become as a director. And so that's very important to know where you're going and how you can break down that steps. It's much easier, and you are focusing. And like you said before, if it's too big goal, maybe you say, oh, I cannot do that. Or if you have a lot of time, I say, I still have time. I always, again, another thing what I really learned in my journey, just learn from people who already did that, who already passed that the same road, and I say, why I have to create the wheel when it's somebody did? And you just repeat that. And this is how working in America too. So many directors, and you just say, oh, they share how they did that, and you just copy paste.
Yes,
And
yes.
mhm.
And they're very generous with their system too.
Yes.
So what I was curious about is I like when you were breaking it down. So one is you can have different types of goals. First one you said
Yeah.
was car. Second was to become a director, and all within the same team. And each time you had a goal, you immediately enrolled other people into your goal. You enrolled your consultants, you told them what the benefits are. You didn't say, guys, help me get the car because I want to be driving around. You said, no, this is for us. Same thing with the director. We're going to have our own office. So in this case, you have really enrolled everybody into your system with you.
Yeah, it should be a bigger goal behind that, because why I want to become a director, why I need this car. So it's even it's like it's different type of goal, like you said, it has to be a smaller goal, because my biggest goal to become like, okay, I would love to have my own house, or I would love to have my, I don't know, I want to travel, whatever. Maybe I want to some ring from the company, because that's the word, like diamond rings they give, or something else. It just could be different type of goals.
Hmm.
And when you have a bigger goal, like again in previous videos we're always talking about mission, about vision, so the all steps actually bring you, and you will get what you really want. What is your goal? Not like, oh, I wake up, oh, I wanted this one. Why you want that one? Why not something else?
Yeah, so you're bringing up another very good point with your goals is the why.
Mm-hmm.
And if you notice, we're spending quite a bit of time on the goals because from here on, we're going to move really fast. And we're going to start putting things in place so that you guys can start moving money. So the why behind a goal matters, and it's okay if it's a personal why. You know, you mentioned wanting a house. You mentioned wanting to
Right.
travel. Right. So those are personal goals. In order to reach those goals, you need to do certain things to get your income to the level or your lifestyle in a way where you can travel. For instance, if somebody is creating a goal and they're still within that office environment, if they're still at work, if they're creating a goal and let's say their favorite thing to do is spend time with their family, but if they created their life in a way where they spend 80 to 90 hours a week in their job, that's not really relevant to what they're creating. So that's why the why is important. And for this particular week, think about your whys. Why do you want to do what you want to do? You've done missions, you've done design, you've done your values. But now, why is this goal more important to you? For
Mm.
instance, with Giselle, what I'm seeing is getting a red car, as exciting as it is to be the first one to get it there, there's something behind it as well, is you're showing the team, look what we can do. And that's the first step. The next step is let's go for director thing. And we already see, wow, we have a car, we can do it. Let's do it together. Right. So the whole time you are creating a community of people that will go with you, which was one of the very important things we've mentioned in our goals video, is that you have to enroll other people to help you with your goal.
So I would like to even add behind that also, that's why we do that steps mission, because behind all of that, why I want a car, why I want to, become a director, because I would love to help women
Hmm.
to see how they can make money. Like you said, okay, 70, 80, really, some women, they work a lot. They don't see their family. They don't have a opportunity to be with family, with kids. So Mary Kay business give you opportunity to do that. The goal is to show them it is possible, because I am not from America. I came from a different country. So because many women, they say, oh, I don't have enough education, I don't know English, I don't know. So it's a lot of excuses. But my goal was to show, hey, this is possible. And I know when you want something, you can get it. And of course, when women see, oh, you can get the car, or you can become a director, or you can get some diamonds. So everybody has different goal. But my goal was show them that it is possible, because we are entrepreneurs since we're kids. So if you just say, but some people, they don't believe that it could happen, they can do it. It is exists, but not, it's not me, somebody else, yes.
You pave the way. Hmm? So
Mm-hmm.
you're
Yeah.
showing them, okay, well, I just did it. Go on. Go
Yeah.
on, little babies. Show me what you can do. It's absolutely beautiful, and you can now use that experience. You can bring it into everything that you do in the Mary Kay world. You have learned so much, and you have grown within the company, and you help the company grow. And now you're doing the same thing, but for your business, for your community.
Yeah.
You're doing it for yourself. You're also assisting Sage University in expanding it and making it global. So there's a goal, and behind the goal, there's a mission with some values. But each goal, you have to know your why. And when you create it, if it brings you any kind of pressure, look into it even deeper. Is it because you don't have a team? Is it because you do not know your why? Is it because it's somebody else's goal? You know, could it be somebody has been telling you your whole life? An example is when I was young, my dad told me I should become a lawyer.
Mm.
And I tried. I went to school, I went to law school for 1 year, and the whole time I sat there and I thought,
Mm.
this is what my life is gonna look like? Seriously? And I know that a lot of people were going into law because they were imagining themselves standing there in court, passionately defending
I did
uh,
that too.
their
I do like it.
they're a person. And then I thought about it and I was like, I don't want this. This is not exciting to stand there and argue with people. And I really remember the very first time a professor of philosophy tried to get me to argue the Socrates argument. He said, you have to stand up here and argue with us and prove us that you're right. And I said, okay. And then I got up, and then whenever they said something, I was like, that's a really good point. And the professor was like, no, it's not. You have to argue. You have to prove them that you're right. And I kept trying, but then when I heard them, I could see that they're seeing it from that perspective. I couldn't say no, you're wrong because I was like, oh yeah, I see that there's an argument there. And he gets up and he's like, pick a different career. I was like, why? He said, if you want to be successful in this, you have to argue and you have to know that your view is the only view. And I remember going home that day and I thought something was wrong with me. Like something is wrong over here that I can't argue and that I can't do this. How am I going to survive if I can't prove to people that I'm right? Well, little did I know. I was preparing for this my whole
Yes,
life.
yeah, that I want to say.
Okay, well, here you have it. Work on your goals this week, and then we'll see you next week with projects. We're going straight into mini projects.
Be ready.
Be
Bye-bye.
ready. Thank you so much. See you later.